Hey everybody, it's your boy labbearome, the disabled fragrance guy, and I'm back for another review. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, please go down below, like and subscribe to the channel. While you're down there, please hit that notification bell so you'll be notified about every time I drop a video to YouTube. I don't want you guys missing anything. Let's continue the journey today with this week's review. I am back to my love for independent perfumers, indie companies, niche companies. You know I love shining a light on these companies because you may or may not have heard of them. I want to shine a light on the good that people are doing. This week is no different than that. This week's review is going to be on the house of Eris Parfums and the fragrance mxxx. So mxxx came out in 2017. The nose behind the fragrance is Antoine Lie. That is the nose behind one of my favorite designer fragrances, Armani Code. From the notes, we have on the top black pepper, olibanum, Indian ginger, and saffron. In the mid, we have Australian sandalwood and Virginian cedar. And in the base, we have cacao pod, birch, benzoin, castoreum, Haitian vetiver, and patchouli. Sizes and prices: this is a 50 ml bottle. This is going to run you $150 USD from the Eris Parfums website. So, a little bit about the fragrance in the background. It is pronounced mxxx. I know it is MX period. It is pronounced mxxx. The fragrance is named after the gender-neutral title, replacing Mr., Mrs., and Miss. So, perfumes are not supposed to be rigidly gendered. I know I've said in my fragrance reviews before that I don't see gender in fragrances. Usually I don't. There are a few that have surprised me with, either uber masculine scents or uber feminine scents, but generally, I think fragrances can be quite unisex. So when perfumes are not rigidly gendered, X marks the spot of freedom. I like freedom. Freedom is good for everybody. So the creative director, Barbara Herman, is a vintage perfume expert. She knows her stuff. She knows her stuff. She is the author of Scent and Subversion. I will leave a link to the book in the description below. Fun fact, I had a wonderful time experiencing fragrances with Barbara Herman at Muse Modern Urban Sensory Experiences in Harlem last winter, about a year ago, before COVID hit. So I had a wonderful experience with Barbara for a night of smelling fragrances, her fragrances, and just getting the rundown of what she is like as a perfumer. So I want to thank Barbara wholeheartedly for spending the time with us at Muse. She did gift this bottle of mxxx to me. As you guys know, all opinions are my own. I do not, will not, have not, will never give a favorable review because I'm gifted something in the mail or by a perfumer. I just won't do it. You guys deserve honesty and transparency. That's exactly what you're going to get on my channel. I guarantee it. So, what does mxxx smell like? It is my scent of the day. I will give you a fresh spray on this sample card. The atomizer is beautiful. So, if you have gleaned anything from the note breakdown, you may think that this is the most complicated fragrance ever, with the black pepper and the Indian ginger and the saffron and the castoreum and the cacao pod and everything else. It's not as complicated as the note breakdown may seem. It's not challenging in any way. It's not aggressive. It's not challenging. It's not, anything difficult to understand. There's lots of pepper in the top. I'm not gonna even lie to you. There's lots of pepper. It is spicy. I happen to like black pepper in fragrances now. I did not used to. I do now. So that is a welcome note. In the top, the ginger also gives it a bit of added spice as well. There are undertones of an animalic facet here, I believe, given by the castoreum, but they're used to perfection. And it's not animalic as in barnyardy or fecal or unwearable. This is a very wearable fragrance. I am this is a fragrance that I am going to be rocking the heck out of. It's very wearable. It intrigues the wearer. Now, you are not going to be smelling like anyone else if you wear mxxx. I guarantee that, because most people have never heard of this fragrance, except us delusional frag heads who are on the hunt for different bottles every day of our lives. You are not going to smell like anyone else when you wear mxxx. It's not rough or abrasive in any way. It's wearable for all, which speaks to the facet of the fragrance being gender neutral and replacing these titles. This is wearable for everyone, man, woman, child. Everyone can pull this off. The pepper is restrained a bit, however. While it does give a little bit of a spiciness, it is restrained a bit by a dose of creamy sandalwood. So I would classify this as a spicy, creamy pepper. And that is very intriguing to me. I love that about this fragrance. It draws me in every time I wear it. Like I said, the uniqueness factor is absolutely there. You're not gonna smell like anyone else. The performance is there as well. Now, while this does wear a little light, it wears a little light. It does have the backbone. You will be noticed if people are in your sphere of orbit. Now, they're not going to notice you from 6 feet away. They have to be kind of close, but fragrance is meant to be discovered. It is not meant to, go out and, pull people in. People have to come to you. You are going to get compliments. You are going to get inquisitions about this fragrance. It is intriguing. That is exactly the way that I would describe this fragrance. Intriguing. Now, this is also a performer. It lasts 8 hours on my skin. You only need about 2 to 3 sprays on your pulse points. You'll be good to go. I think this is a standout fragrance from a company you need to get your noses on. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to Eris' website. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to where if you are a reader like I am, if you want to check out Barbara Herman's book, Sentence Subversion, I will leave a link to that as well. I want to thank Barbara Herman for taking the time to explain the fragrance to me and the rest of her fragrances as well. I hope that I will be bringing those to you on this channel as well in the near future. Thank you guys so much for your attention and your time. I know you have your choice of content creators out there. I am a small fish in a very big pond. I want to thank you for spending your time with me. Go down below, like and subscribe, and I'll check you next time.